fifth commandment is from Allah's statement, "And do not kill the soul which Allah has forbidden to be killed except by legal right. This has He instructed you, that you may use reason." Here Allah has prohibited the killing of a soul, with no restrictions except for the situation of the one who deserves. And this prohibition is also of course mentioned in other scriptures. Yet in Islam, Allah is particularly saying, do not kill a soul, which is different than saying do not kill a person. Because we know in Islam that the killing of a soul is as if this person has killed humanity. So Allah is addressing this aspect, seeking to preserve our very nature of the creation. And this is because Allah says in the Quran, whoever kills a soul, it is as if he has slain mankind entirely. He's telling us the killing of a soul isn't killing simply the ending of a life of a person, but that you have transgressed the entire limits of humanity, gone past what is ordered of us. Because this is what protects a society. Isn't it that Allah has prohibited shirk, the associating of partners with Him, because He knows that it kills somebody's inherent disposition, their fitrah. Because most naturally people believe in one Lord, above the 7 heavens, the one who can create and the one who gives life and the one who associates and the one who does and handles all affairs. So He prohibits shirk. And isn't it that Allah has prohibited adultery and fornication because not only is it evil, but it spreads corruption in society? Then also Allah has prohibited killing of a soul because it ends a society. So this is the point of Allah using the word nafs, or soul. And the scholars note that these things are always linked together. Shirk, zina, and qatl. That is the associating of partners, fornication, and killing. These 3 things, subhanAllah, if we look into society today, we can see that the places and the lands where the shirk and zina and the killing of people has spread, then so does society crumble with it, or there is more evil associated with it. And the one societies that stay far away from it, we don't see it as much. But also there's a deeper point, that wherever you find shirk and zina in a society, you'll also find killing. And this is what Ibn Abbas said, that zina does not spread through a people except that also what spreads through it is its death. But this command doesn't come without conditions, of course. And this is from the hikmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that He didn't make this command universal. So we're unlike the other religions or the other revelations where it says don't just kill, because it goes against reality. It goes against reality that at times the taking of another life is required. So for instance, if somebody's defending themselves or defending their life, their wife's honor, then they're given exceptions. This is part of the wisdom and the hikmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by also putting conditions there. And so finally Allah finishes this section by saying, this has He instructed you that you may use reason. When He subhanahu wa ta'ala, glory be to Him, says this, He's talking about these first 5 commandments mentioned, and that these commandments are for anyone who uses reason or has a sound mind. And of course that someone with a consciousness and thinks under a clear path, they would recognize any of these 5 commandments. The preservation of Tawheed, the righteousness towards one's parents, prohibition of killing one's children out of fear of poverty, this distancing of oneself from immorality, and the killing of a soul without right. That anybody knows that these are to be abided by and to be followed. And of course the one who cannot recognize these 5 things, then they have gone far astray.